Hey there everybody, Boy here with you again. Well, we've got something kind of a little bit different to show you guys today. This is a RoboCop figure that I got in, and I'm a really huge RoboCop fan. I love the original 1987 movie with Peter Weller, and this is a 1/6 scale die-cast figure put out by Hot Toys. It's the figure himself of RoboCop, plus it also comes with the docking station, or the sort of the mechanical chair that he sat in when he was back in the lab, you know, taking a break or getting recharged or whatever. And it's just a really cool display. I've wanted this for a long time, and ever since it came out. And the likeness of Peter Weller is just fantastic. The detail on this figure is just really awesome. It does have some sounds. He has some sayings that he says from the movie, and the docking chair that he sits in is just super detailed, and it has a little bit of lighting. Now I may try to modify the chair a little bit later, because all the parts of it that are supposed to be lit up are not lit up. You got the kind of computer screens and the little TV monitor that's next to him in the chair that's not lit up. But there's some lights on the lower area of it that are lit, so I might try to modify that later on and see if I can get it all lit up with some SMDs or something and add a little bit more realism to it. But that's a little project for down the road. Today I just wanted to show you guys the figure itself and get them all set up and everything, and show you how it works. So I'm going to get them out of the box here, get them going, and get them all checked out here. I got to put some batteries in them, and I'll be right back and show you guys how it looks. Okay everybody, well, I've got RoboCop all unpacked now, and I've got him kind of set up here, and I'm just totally in awe of this figure. This thing is just so cool, and like I said, he's made out of some die cast and some plastic. It's really a heavy figure, but he's fully articulated. Even his hands and fingers, every single joint moves on him. His hips move, his knees, his feet, his ankles, his head, his torso, everything moves on it. And they've just done an awesome paint job on this too. It's got that pearlescent, iridescent color on it. When you look around at different angles, it turns kind of purple and blue on his armor and all that. It's just absolutely awesome. And the likeness of Peter Weller, like I said here on the head sculpt, is just fantastic. Now, they make a couple of different versions of this figure. There's another one that they just released recently that has a full face if you take his helmet off, like you saw in the movie. This one only has the lower half of his face, so you have to leave the helmet on. But you've got these three interchangeable lower faces here that making these different expressions, kind of the pain expression, the talking one, and another talking one. So you can change that out if you feel like, you know, displaying it something differently. But each one of these faces is just, it looks exactly like Peter Weller. You also get a battle damaged accessory, his chest plate here. I'll get this close to the camera here for you. You can see the awesome detail they put on that. It's, you know, it's got some wires exposed, it's got some holes punched through it, and it's just really nicely done. Also, his helmet, you can change that to get the battle damage version. They've even got his eye, where there's a hole in the visor, they've got his eye in there. So that little scene where he was fighting Ed 209 and he was looking up, you could see that his, kind of brought out his human side when they showed that in the film. So that's really cool. You get two guns, his auto mag here. This one's actually die cast, and it's really heavy. And it's not quite as detailed as the other one. The other one's plastic, and it has a removable clip, and it actually can cock and all that. But it fits in his hand really nice. They recommend that you use the lighter one because it's easier for him to hold it up. But I'm really pleased with the, all the joints and everything in this are fairly stiff, so he stays where you put him. You can pose him in all kinds of different positions, and he holds the gun rather nice. I'm going to get a different camera angle here and get you a little closer and show you that his leg opens up. He's got that holster in there and everything too, which is really cool. And you can see it comes with this nice stand if you want to put him on the stand. I'm probably going to have to put some felt on the bottom of his feet because they're metal, and this is a really highly polished piece of Lexan here, and if I use this, it'll start getting some scratches on it or something, so I'll just kind of fix that up a little bit later. But he does come with sounds. You've got this nice little RoboCop sort of logo that sits out in front of him, and you just turn that on and you start pushing it and he makes the sound. So let me go ahead and hit it for you.
Serve the public trust, protect the innocent, uphold the law.
He's got a couple different sayings.
Stay out of trouble.
So that's really cool. You can see he's got most of his iconic RoboCop quotes from the first movie, and it's really really cool. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the camera repositioned here and give you a look at his holster that opens up on the side of his leg, and then I'm going to kind of take it off the tripod here and move it around on him up close a little bit so you can see all the beautiful detail on this thing. Stand by for that. Be right back. Okay, well here's a shot of his leg opened up so you can see his holster where he keeps the auto mag. I'm going to zoom in on this a little bit here for you. And you can see it's got all the detail on the inside of that too, which is really really cool. And so I'll just keep his extra gun in there. It all closes up and everything just fine with his gun. It's pretty cool because it opens up and the little the holster itself kind of extends out, and then you push it back in and you can close it back up and keep his gun in there. So that's just awesome. And they didn't miss any detail on this. Even these little actuators on the backs of his legs, the pistons or whatever, they're fully articulated. They can move and everything. So you can put him in a whole bunch of different poses. His toes and everything are movable on his feet. And so you can have a lot of fun. I'm hoping to later on get the 1/6 scale ED 209 that goes with this, which that thing is absolutely huge. And you could have a cool, you know, battle scene between ED 209 and RoboCop, especially with the battle damaged armor. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out the armor now and put his battle damage gear on and show you what that looks like. And then we'll take a look around the figure up close with the camera off the tripod here and check it out. Be right back. Okay everybody, well I just switched out his armor and his helmet and his facial expression there, and it's real easy to do too. The front armor piece there, his chest has just got, you know, it's all these accessories are held on with magnets, which is a really nice touch. The helmet the same thing, and you just pull the lower half of the face straight up. It's sort of in a little channel there, and you just switch it out and slide it back in. It kind of fits in a little slot there, so his chin fits in there really tight. Let me get you a little closer to it, and you can see how he looks. And look at the detail on that, guys. I mean, isn't that cool? His expression and everything, the face he was making when he was fighting ED 209, when he got, you know, up close in the battle there, and he had to blow Ed's arm off by making him shoot himself, I think is how he did it. But it just looks just exactly like it, and really really cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put all of his regular armor back on, get him all set back up. I'll pick up the camera and we'll go around his body here a little bit so you can see all the paintwork and the colors and everything on him. And then we'll bring out the piece de resistance. That's the docking chair that he sits in, and get him all posed in that and show you how that looks. Be right back. Alright, so here's a look at the figure a little bit closer now. Took the camera off the tripod so I can move around on it a little bit and just show you all the detail. And hopefully you guys can see that iridescent purple and blue that shows up on his armor, which is just awesome. Really like that. They, you know, the first generation of this figure, they had put it out, I think back in 2013, and it wasn't all that great. That the armor was wrong, the face sculpt was way off, and he didn't have that much articulation either. But they've just drastically improved this thing on the Generation 2 version, and you can see, you know, the detail on his gun. They've got everything exactly right. I've been looking at the movie, and it's just really really cool. Gonna get you a look at up close at his face. They've even got like the texture of his skin on there. I mean, like the pores of his skin and everything are on the face, so it's just fantastic. And looking down towards the bottom here, you can see all that, the actuators on the back of his legs, everything is there. The you can see how nice and tight that holster thing on his leg closes up, so you can't even tell it's there. Even the black detail, it's nice and glossy like it should be. Give you a look at the back side of him here a little bit. That detail on the back of his helmet and everything's really cool. It's just amazing to me how much articulation they can get into this thing and still keep it looking good. But they've got these ingenious things, like I said, where you can pop his hips out, his arms can, shoulders can separate a little bit, so you got more freedom of movement. His torso doesn't move around that much, but you know, RoboCop in the movie didn't move too much in his midsection. He was pretty stiff in that area, so it's pretty accurate all the way around. Okay, we'll be back with a little bit different look at him here in just a second. Thought we'd show you this one here real quick. Back in a second. Okay, everybody, well, here we are with the last look at our RoboCop, and he's all sitting down comfortably in his docking chair now. It's a really cool display. I'm really amazed at the detail that they put into this. You can see they've got the wires going on that hook up to his interface and all that. They've even done some little scuffs and scrapes on this as far as detail goes with paintwork and everything all the way around it. The whole thing is completely adjustable too, so you can you know, make sure he fits in there nice. And you got the little TV monitor down there, just like they had on the show with him in the picture. These kind of monitors they had going on. Now, I was talking about that at the beginning of this. I may go back at some point later on and try to get these lit up. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to, though. These were the screens on the back side, or before we put the stickers on, they're kind of solid, so I would have to cut those out and put some clear parts in there. Same thing probably on the TV set down here. So I might just leave it alone. There are some lights here. I'll go ahead and turn this on for you. I'll get my hand down in here. There's a switch on the bottom of his chair here. You can see he's got these little lights behind him here in the background, just like it did in the movie, that light up. And there's a couple of AA batteries that power those. So that gives a cool little effect, and probably in low lighting it would look really nice. But there he is. The neat thing about the figure too is that you can see how posable it is. You know, normally figures that stand up, they're really hard to get them to look decent when they're sitting down like this. But he's got, you know, his hip joints here can extend out on both sides, so that gives you the ability to get them, you know, bent pretty decent. You know, we could change his face out there too and put the kind of grimacing look on his face, you know, when he was sitting in the chair in the movie when he had that nightmare and everything. So just a lot of fun to be had with this. Like I said, later on I might come back and show you when I get the Ed 209. It'll be a while. We'll show you how that looks. He's in the same scale as this, and it's just huge. It's probably about 18 or 20 inches tall. And we'll have it maybe a little battle scene going on there. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm really happy to get this. It's going to be a cool little part of my display room. So if you're into RoboCop, this is just totally awesome. So we're going to call this one a wrap, guys. And with that, I'll let RoboCop have the final word here.